girl Prush, and I'm back with another video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. And don't forget to share my videos wherever, with whoever, so they know you rocks with your girl, though. Shout out to my 40 subscribers. Mwah! I love you, love you, love you. If you are new here, hi, hello, and welcome. And if you've been here before, what it do, baby boo. I'm your girl Prush, and this is the Precious B channel. If you have been watching my content but haven't subscribed yet, I only have one question: why not? It's a party over here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so you go ahead and join the party along my 40 subscribers. Cause it's a party, it's a party, it's a party. As you guys know, I already did a review for episode 1 of the Queens of R&B reality TV show featuring Xscape and SWV. So this is going to be the review on episode 2, and we got a lot to talk about because Candy did a speak on it, and I want to go ahead at the end of the episode and talk about what Candy talked about in the speak on it, because I was wondering whether or not Candy was going to do a speak on it, and she did. Also, don't forget to check the description bar down below where you will find the links to previous playlists with all my other content. What else I got to tell y'all? I think that's all I really got to tell y'all, but I'm trying to extend this intro so when we get into it, do it, I can really get to cussing how I want to. But just remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you never miss a video when I do upload. Okay? Alright. Love you. Let's get into it. So, the episode starts where we left off on the last episode with Tamika, Tasha, and their dusty mammy outside, and the mama, telling production to get out and cut the cameras off or whatever. But we outside now, girl. We ain't got to cut no cameras off. We was in public. The street is for the public, okay? So as they outside, the mama continues to tell Mika that, girl, ain't nobody stole your money. And, Mika's constantly saying, Mama, they did steal my money. And you know they stole my money. And I just hate the fact that she's sitting there gaslighting this girl, making it seem like she's just making this up. Like she pulled this out of her behind or something. Like, come on now. So, like I said, she proceeds to tell the camera crew to leave and cut the cameras off. And we see Mika in her confessional, producers basically ask her, was her mama mad that, she had told the world what was going on? And Tamika was like, yeah, she didn't want nobody to know that my sister stole my money, allegedly, because we don't know, but I believe Tamika. And that's all I'm going to say. Of course, Tasha gets to her car or whatever, and Dusty sitting there continuing to try and gaslight Mika. And she like, you know what, I need to stay away from you for a while. I don't even like all of this. I gotta go. And, Mika drives off. I think she also said that her oldest daughter, Ocean, who was there with her, didn't even know any of this happened, right? So then we see SWV chilling with their families or whatever. And, it's a quick little montage or whatever. And then we see Candy, the boss lady at the candy factory. And she was asking, I think, one of her employees if she had got the stuff. And I think she was just talking about like the snacks and stuff for the little meeting her and the girls was going to have. So, of course, the girls show up or whatever. And, Tiny was like, oh, y'all real fancy, ain't it? And it was like, girl, what? And Tiny was like, because I'm up here, my cute little outfit, but y'all all fancy, like, y'all ain't tell nobody nothing. So as the girl's sitting down, and, Mika comes in after Tiny or whatever, and, Candy like, where you sister at? She like, what Tasha? Negative Nancy. Because I'm going to start calling her that. Tasha's new name is Negative Nancy. And, Mika said she probably ain't going to show up because of what happened last night. And Tiny Candy was like, girl, what happened last night? And, she proceeds to tell her what happened at their Dusty Mammy house. And, baby, Candy and Tiny Faces was like, girl, what? And, Mika, starts crying or whatever. And, we see a confessional where Mika tells us that when she first told Dusty about this a couple years ago when this first happened, Dusty proceeds to tell Mika, you don't know what your sister was going through and she may have needed that money. Tamika said that she was pregnant with her second child, and her oldest child, Ocean, who was there at the confrontation with her, was in college. What do you mean her sister may have needed that money? She was pregnant with a child in college. How would she need the money more than her when Xscape, I think at that time, probably wasn't even touring. They probably weren't even speaking to each other. And Negative Nancy needed that girl's money more than she needed her own money. Make it make sense, Dusty. Make it make sense. And if you're watching this, you wonder who is Dusty. Tamika and Tasha's mom. I officially dubbed her the Dusty Mammy. Because I don't want to call her out her name. So we're just going to call her Dusty Mammy. So I have to keep, using cuss words. So she's the Dusty Mammy. Dusty Mammy. Or whatever. And so Mika then plays the voicemail that Dusty left for Tiny and Candy, and the mama basically telling her, like, you know you was wrong for coming over here and starting this confusion, and if I hear you, talking back or jumping on your sister or whatever, I'ma whoop your behind. Excuse you? You gonna call my phone. Catch an attitude with me. Because not only did I finally blast her to her face, but now the world, you mad at me because she and her nigga may have allegedly, possibly, truly did steal that girl's money, and you had the audacity to tell her when this first happened a couple years ago that Negative Nancy may have needed her money more than her. Dusty Mammy, if you don't go sit down and get you a new wig, set your dusty ass down somewhere. I do not like Tamika and Tasha's mama. I do not like her. I do not like her. And what Tamika says later in this episode further pisses me off with this lady. Like, who says that to their child? On a voice? Like, who does that? And she started crying, and she talks about how she's never for real going against her sister, and Candy and Tiny both like, yeah, girl, we know you ain't never win against your sister. It was always you and your sister against us. So we already know. But Candy consoles her and basically tell her, not to cry or whatever. But they are proud of her for, standing up for herself. So then we see Negative Nancy at her house with her puppeteer, because I'm not gonna call him Master Rock, I'm gonna call him her puppeteer. And they basically making it seem like Mika is a liar, knowing damn well they probably stole that girl's money. And Negative Nancy decides to basically try and make it seem like that Tamika was possessed, and it's like, so was she a liar and possessed when she had your back against Candy, and y'all was running around here with the narrative of the shit that y'all was saying about Candy? No, she's only a liar and possessed when she goes against you, right? Oh, okay. We call that manipulation, gaslighting, bullshit. And then they try, or at least Negative Nancy tries to make it seem like the reason she not fucking with the group or want to have anything to do with Xscape until Tamika apologized to their Dusty Mammy. Let me tell you something. She has no reason to apologize. She didn't call your mama out her name like I would have, because she'd have been a bitch. I was like, because bitch, who you hollering at? Who the fuck is you talking to? That'd have been all the words that came out of my mouth. Because who? Like, mama, I love you, but we not finna play them games. We both grown women. Don't. I love and respect you, but don't come at me sideways. But she was trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to my sister or deal with the group until Tamika apologizes to my mama. For what? How about we don't talk to you until you give Tamika her money? How about that? How about that? And so, Nancy gonna tell her puppeteer, like I said, she didn't know if she wanted to deal with the other girls. Baby, they don't have to deal with you, no. Bye, Tasha. Latasha Scott, whatever your other last name is, because you married that ugly man. Bye, baby. We don't need you. Khadijah don't need you, girl. Go about your business. Fucking on my nerve. Oh, I really do not like Latasha. And the end of this episode further makes me realize she really is the problem. Um, then we get to see SWV and we get to see Lily with her sister. And she talks about moving, from New York to Atlanta and what life was like growing up for her after her parents died, signing with the group, getting her record deal, hearing her SWV hearing their record on the radio for the first time and how everybody was excited. And Lily talks about how her sister basically had became the matriarch of the family. Her older sister Jeanette had became the matriarch of the family after their parents died. And when she got her money, she went ahead and bought her a king size bed so her and her her family could sleep in it or whatever. Then we see Mika meet up with Taj. Excuse me. And Mika meets up with Taj, and they just kicking and hanging out. Mika gets a smoothie or something, and Taj is currently on the fast, child, so the only thing she can have is some water. And they sit down and they talk about how they both was on the same page when it came to the tour and all the production and things, and how they really want things to move forward, but they don't know if that'll happen because of Mika and her raggedy sister and her dusty mammy getting into it. And so, Mika lets Tosh know what happened when they met up at Dusty's house or whatever. And Tosh was like, "Well, girl, what's really the problem? Like, what's the deep issue?" And Mika lets him know my mother's love really is on a conditional base, because the condition is if I don't have my sister's back, if I don't go along to get along with my sister, then she don't show me love. And that's like the most fucked up thing you could do to your child, is make it seem like, well, if you don't agree with everything that your sister say, then I'm not going to show you the same love and admiration that I show your sister. Like, do you know how trifling that is to basically tell your child that my love is conditional on the condition that you have your sister back? Your sister's never wrong. I'm never wrong. Don't go against the family. Like, do you know how nasty and trifling that is? And this is why she will ever be dubbed the Dusty Mammy. Because she dusty. With a raggedy wig. I really don't like that mama, y'all. I think every episode that lady name get brought up, I'm going to get more angry. I'm going to get more angry. So then we see that Tiny has organized a meetup at her house for the girls, since the one they were supposed to have at the candy factory didn't go as planned. So Tiny got the girls at one of her 5 houses that she don't know how to work nothing at, because again, Tiny got 5 houses, honey, and there's a whole bunch of electronics and appliances everywhere she go. And Tiny like, girl, I don't know, shit, I'm gonna figure it out though. So of course, the girls get there, and she making what was it? Orange creamsicle mimosa or something or another she was making. And Tiny, Mika, and Candy, they having a cute little moment, reading a little cookbook or whatever, waiting for negative ass Nancy to get there. So negative Nancy shows up with her bad energy having ass, and she walks in the room and don't even speak for a good 3 minutes. Like, she just walked in like they was immediately supposed to know she was there. And then she get there, she's like, hey y'all, hey. They was like, oh, hey girl. Like, bitch, why you didn't say nothing as soon as you walked in? Like, Tiny, when Tamika walked in, she said, hey. Candy said, hey. I mean, she low-key scared them. But, you could clearly tell the dynamics between the girls when you watch this particular episode, that Tasha don't fuck with them and they don't really fuck with her, but we know why they don't fuck with her. Because Tasha's a negative person. Like, her energy, vibe, and juju just is real off. And I feel like every time she there, I just want to grab some bless oil and just throw it and be like, bless her, bless her. Cause her energy just, it's so nasty. Oh. So, Negative Nancy said she only showed up because, she loved Tiny. And it's like, anyway, like, okay, girl. So the girls sit down and they decide they want to have they want to move forward with trying to get this joint tour with SWV off the ground. But in order to do that, they have to talk about getting new management. Because, I think it had been like a month or maybe a year since, or however long it was between when they started filming this and the verses. And all the girls, with the exception of Negative Nancy, all felt like management should have had something on the ball by now. And so we find out through Tamika's confessional that their current management team is cool with Negative Nancy and her puppeteer. So, yeah. So Negative Nancy sits there as the girls like, so what are your thoughts on, that and us trying to get new management? She was like, well, I'm gonna have to pray on that. And Candy said anytime Negative Nancy tell us that she gotta thank or pray on something, that just means she gotta go home and talk to the real brains behind the operation, her puppeteer, Rocky. And then production shows us that he really is in charge of the girl, because when they ask her what will it take to fix the situation with her sister, her puppeteer comes whispering something in her ear. And baby, I watched that scene probably about 5 times trying to figure out what he said, and all I kept making out was her something to do, something or another. I think he was basically trying to say that she has to apologize to the mama or something with Candy. I don't know what he was trying to tell her, but it was some bullshit, whatever he was saying. And she just sitting there looking stupid and stuck in her face with a goofy duck ass. After that, where was I at? After that, Tasha continues to talk about how, she don't know what she want to do with them, because she feel like things ain't gonna never be right because of what happened. She don't care nothing about the group, no money, no nothing, until Tamika apologized to her mama. And she was like, because I don't, the girls was like, well, what we got to do to fix it? And, she brought up the whole mama thing. And Tamika was like, no. Candy was like, well, y'all can talk about it and fix it here. And she was like, I'm not talking about that in front of y'all. And Tamika was like, it's not like they don't know what's going on. And Tasha then proceeds to basically get mad, get her stuff, get up, and leave. So Titan was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and walk you out. Or whatever. But, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up when I talk about the, speak on it. But she goes outside and she basically tells Tiny that, like I said, she not gonna be able to fix nothing or move forward with nothing until Tamika apologized to their dusty mammy. And it's like, once again, that girl didn't even go off on your mama the way she should have. Okay? After that, we see SWV again, and we learn that Taj lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and Coco lives in Virginia Beach. And they only come to ATL to rehearse with Lily, because Lily actually lives in Atlanta. When I tell you SWV really is nothing but co-workers, they really ain't nothing but co-workers. And I know a lot of people probably think it's like odd that we don't really see a lot of their stuff, but it's because they don't fuck with each other like that. Like, SWV really did manage the art of one band, one sound. When we at work, we at work. When we not at work, okay, girl, I'm in my house minding my business. You my co-worker. You know what I'm saying? Like, SWV has managed that. Of course, we see Tosh with her family, and basically the fact that she cannot wait to be there to make her son's senior year of high school awesome, and being a hands-on mom. Because almost his whole life she's been on tour with SWV. So now she kind of wants to, be there for her baby. And of course, she winds up asking him, if he knew what an escape was. And that boy said, no, I don't know what no escape is, girl. I don't know. No damn escape is. He probably barely even know what the fuck SWV is. And then we see Coco at her house in Virginia Beach, and she is greeted by her mama, her son, and her little doggy. We learned that Coco actually has another son. He is an emo rapper. I don't know his name or whatever, but she said he an emo rapper, child. I don't really care for the emo stuff, so I ain't gonna check him out, child. Her other son, who, if you seen Coco, her other son, he can sing. He has a very beautiful voice. I think he has music out, if I'm not mistaken. And, she talks about how, she never wanted him to be a part of this industry. She wanted him to be a dentist, but now that I think it's like 18 or 19 or something, he is really adamant about becoming a singer. And the grandma, Coco's mom, who actually taught her how to sing, who's also like a vocal coach or whatever, or like a session singer, whatever that means, Coco said. She basically trying to persuade him to not be in the music business either. Coco tells us how, her mom was very religious, involved with the church, and that, she had lied to her mama about the basis of what SWV really was. And eventually she had to tell her the truth. They sang secular music. And her mama wasn't here for it at first until, Coco started buying her stuff. She's like, oh, okay, well, girl, you can SWV and all you want to, okay? Y'all is all right with me, honey. Buy me something. But they definitely want to persuade Coco's youngest son from being a singer. But that baby got that gift. Let him sing. That's part of his ministry. Then we see Candy in the studio with her producer and DJ N1, and she's recording a new song called Just For You, which is really cute, and I'll be glad when Candy go ahead and release that. Candy, of course, tells us how, music is her first love, but she really don't have the time to be in the studio like that, because she be all around the world and y'all getting her a bag. She do Housewives, she has her restaurants, she does acting. Like Candy is actually on, I think, a TV show on All Black. She does her YouTube channel, speak on it, and now she has her Candy Coded Live like podcast situation. She's currently filming. Well, they filmed this show, The Queens of R&B, and then Xscape starts touring. So, baby, Candy also has her husband, her children, probably other businesses and things. Like, baby, Candy be busy. So, yeah, Candy, like, I ain't got time for all that. Because, I got 50. Oh, and she produces Broadway plays and things. Like, baby, Candy be everywhere. Okay, Candy got her hands, her foot, her elbows, and everything, honey. And, of course, then we see Negative Nancy and her puppet master. And they over there packing and eating breakfast with a stage cheers about them being married for 27 years, both things. And then we also see Candy. We see Negative Nancy and her puppeteer start to talk about the whole thing with her going. Was this talking about? They started talking about her sister, and then all of a sudden we got on Candy. And she starts talking about how, they feel like the problem with her not really wanting to have any deals with Xscape still has to do with the fact that she feel like Candy is jealous of the fact that she went solo, or tried to go solo. That's the better way. That she tried to go solo back in the day. And she never understood what Candy's problem with her was. And we also see Candy and her crew talking about it. And Todd brings up the fact that he believes the problem is that Latasha is indeed jealous of Candy. And that is more believable and plausible than the foolishness Negative Nancy and her puppeteer is talking about. Tasha wants the life that Candy now lives, right? And Tasha's problem is, and she even told on herself, that she insinuated that Candy got her album shelved. And if you don't know what that means, that basically means her project never got to see the light of the day. Because around the same time, Candy wound up having her solo career, and she had an album came out and all that. And, Candy was like, of course, me and Tasha, we never saw eye to eye. We always bumped heads and all that jazz. But I don't feel no type of way about her. And, yeah, she got a problem with me, but she'll never admit it, right? So, of course, at the end of the episode or whatever, Candy also talks about, well, before we got to the end. So, Negative Nancy, made it seem like that Candy had a problem with her going solo or whatever. But DJ Anwar was like, she probably about to go solo again. And Candy was like, yeah, because whenever she start acting funny towards us, she be in the middle of doing shady shit like that. And lo and behold, at the end of the episode, we see Negative Nancy and her puppeteer, because they was packing to go to Nashville, so Negative Nancy could sit down there with the people at Motown Gospel to talk about a solo project. And so the guy there starts asking her, the director, EJ, asks her, so how you basically going to, do a solo career and escape? Like, how you going to be able to balance that out? And she like, I don't know. And so then he asks her, well, do they even know you're here? And she was like, no. And he had a look on his face like, bitch, the fuck? But the gag of it all was her puppeteer sitting next to her talking about, what? Oh, well, I didn't know they didn't know you was here. I thought you told them. Sir, do you want the Oscar Angela Bassett didn't get Sunday? Because you want some bullshit right here. This Oscar your mother-in-law said your sister-in-law should have got, baby, it should go to you. It should go to you. It should go to you. So, like, nigga, what are you talking about? You the one probably talked her into doing this. But you didn't know that Xscape didn't know. Sir, go to hell. Anyway, then after that, she says she don't know what she's going to do, but she does know that she wants to be able to protect her peace and, not be around negativity and drama. And I'm just like, well, miss, is you going to get away from yourself? Because you are the negativity and the drama, ma'am. You are the negativity and the drama, ma'am. So the guy, EJ, the director, put her on the spot, was like, are you one of those singers, like, if somebody asks you to sing on the spot, could you do it? And, Tasha go ahead and give him a 1-2 boop boop out of, I wouldn't listen to what she was singing because I don't fucking care. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. I don't like that lady. Anyway, she of course shows and proves that she got the chops. Don't ever test it. 1 2 1 2. She can sing on the spot, okay? And then that heifer, everybody was high fiving the clay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm just like, everybody in this room is slow. Everybody. Negative, her puppeteer, the people sitting over there at the motel, all of y'all. So then this bitch got the nerve to say her confessional. I got God in my heart and my man by my side. Ma'am, I'm not too religious, but I know it's a thing that says you can't have like two masters, or you can't serve two masters, and you need to pick one. Pick the Lord, because Rocky ain't it. Matter of fact, I'm a find it, because I want to make sure, because she says she come from a deeply religious family, and I want to make sure that I quote the thing, no one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be devoted to one and despise the other. Girl, I need you to pick Jesus. This is Matthew 6:24. I need you to pick the Lord. You always talking about how you love the Lord, and I love the Lord. What movie is that from? He heard my cry. Is one of my favorite movies. If you know me, y'all know what movie that's from? I'm gonna tell you. The Preacher's Wife. Anyway, but Latasha, let me tell you something. You always talking about how you love God and he is the head of your life. Baby, you need to get rid of Rocky. You will not be fully blessed in the way that you want to be until you get rid of that man. He is your downfall, baby. He is your downfall. He is the reason you out here beefing with your sister. Because we're going to get to that in a minute. He the reason you out here mad with Candy. He the reason you out here trying to give Xscape your ass to kiss. You need to get rid of this man. And you need to get rid of him fast. Okay? Alright. I give this episode a 10 out of 10 because that mama worked all my nerves. Tasha worked all my nerves. Rocky irritated me. This was a good episode because they made me mad. You know, they made me mad.